G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the south side of the map, playing as the Rus, we've got Beastie Cutie in the colour yellow. Towards the north of the map, in the colour orange, we got Don Hardy playing as the Holy Roman Empire. He is back. It is the Don once again on that Holy Roman Empire Giga Chat start. Now, fellas, this, of course, is the ranked ladder. Ranked ladder is back. Season 2 has worked its way back into the groove. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got on the cards today, because this is going to be an interesting matchup. We've got two civilizations here that have received a fair few changes in the most recent patch. Obviously, with the Rus, they've got a fair bit of changes to the Kremlin. They've got changes to the Spasskaya Tower. But over on the other side, I mean, this is the real story of the last patch, isn't it? You know, it's that classic buffing a civ that doesn't really need buffs. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes for Don, because obviously, I mean, let's not beat around the bush. Beastie, he is one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. I think at this point in time, we can pretty safely say that. Don Hardy, you know, if I was going to list my top 15 players, Beastie would be in there. Don, he would be in there as well. Now, obviously, I'm a little bit biased. I love Don. I've been playing with Don since back in the days of Age of Empires 3, so it's been a couple of years that I've known him. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he pulls out today, because this is going to be a tough matchup. So the Holy Roman Empire up against the Rus. So what do we see here? I'm curious to see the direction that Beastie goes, whether he looks to go into something similar to sort of how the same way, I would imagine it's kind of similar to the way that the French would play it, in that they would get a knight out and then go into 2 TC. Or he could just stay on 1 TC. I guess that's always an option as well. Whereas the Don, I would suspect, is probably going to... now, I'm curious if he does this, because he doesn't know about his hunt up the back here. But I've been theorizing, I've been thinking. Now, one of the things that I noted with Don, and speaking of Don's got to be careful right here. He's got all of his villagers here on the last sheep. He is bringing it back, and you can see Scout following a little bit of a tangle down here towards the base. You can see right on top, Beastie going to be coming in. Oh, he went for the other one. Oh, Beastie, you are so smart. Oh, does he take it? He steals it away. Don is going to be safely keeping that one and gets the sheep back in time for the villagers. In fact, there's one idle villager there, but there we go. All safe and sound. So Don securing 3 of those. Now, my theory was that when it comes to the Ark and Chapel, what you could do is you could actually look to place it on the hunt specifically. So, like, quite literally just go and place the Ark and Chapel. Now, this one's a little bit unfortunate because it's right up against the edge of the map here, but you know, like something like here, potentially, could work. Now, Don's not going to do that. He's going to move his in a pretty standard spot. He's got the gold. He's got the wood line. He's got the berries, and he's got the town center as well. Now, when I say he's got the berries, I mean, it's kind of close. He's bordering on berries. Let's just say that much. But you can see he's using that same tactic, rushing up to the feudal age with as many villagers as possible. 6 villagers on 6 villagers on that landmark. Jeez, had a little bit of we got ourselves a battle. I think Don got that one. I'm not sure, though. It's hard to tell because, you know, it doesn't say, like, denied or something like that. You know, if you've ever played Dota or Hon, rest in peace, it comes up and it's like, denied. Look, another wolf out over here. Are we playing Highview? Are we playing Lippany? There are so many damn wolves on this map as my mouse double bugs out there. Looks like Don losing out that one. Definitely going the way of Beastie. Now, Beastie going to be looking to age up. You can see he's sitting on 199 villages, or 199 gold, stacking up a whole bunch of gold. There we go. He doesn't manage to get a kill back up here towards the north. Don going to be looking to contest it. You can see the wolf sitting at 12 points of health right now. Third scout going to be coming in. Don reaching the feudal age before 4 minutes. Prelate going to be jumping in wherever that prelate is. Prelate out here. Smart moves there by Beastie to distract that prelate, get it out there, prevent that inspiring aura from hitting all the villagers immediately. But we now see Don just going ham. We'll check back in with Beastie, see how he's doing, because his age up was about at 4 minutes. It was a little bit late. He was struggling there. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but he was up to about 480 food before he actually got to click up to the next age, just simply because he didn't have the gold for it. Did eventually kill that wolf. Brings back the sheep now. So sheep count definitely looking a little bit even, I'd say, at this point. You know what? Probably a little bit more in favor of Don. 3 scouts up towards the north here for Beastie. So he is out and about. 4th scout going to be coming back, looking to, I doubt very much to siege down anything. Probably just going to be out here. An interesting use of the prelate here. So one of the things to note is obviously as soon as that prelate gets inside the Archon Chapel, it's going to instantly inspire all of the villagers here. So what Don could do is look to just get that prelate, pop it back inside, which I suspect he might be doing very shortly as he tries to keep this this scout alive. And that's going to re-inspire. So you're going to watch, and that's going to re-inspire all of the villagers here, refresh their buff, and then he's going to be back out here and looking to heal up. So very smart use there of the prelate there by Don. He's well and truly on the way to castle. 7 villagers on gold, more than enough at this point in time. Still going to be under attack, but I mean, at this point in time, it's not really that significant for him. He's going to need to pop that prelate back inside the Archon Chapel any second, but we'll head back to the base of Beastie. I want to see exactly what his plans are, because we do have a wooden fortress coming up over on the on the wood line. Now, I would be suspecting 2 TC play. I think that this is going to be quite strong, so looking to try and take the boar over here and drop the second TC on that, and then go straight into Fast Castle after it. That way you've got scaling, but you're sitting a little bit behind the Rus player. Let's just say that much. Up to 400 wood now. Going to be moving out over to that west side with the boar. Now the question is what direction he goes, because a little bit of a late age up, if I'm honest with you guys, and villagers moving out in both directions. We got ourselves a double boar play here. Not something I expected. But now that I think about it, it makes less sense for him to go for a town center, just simply because the best way to get the town center is to double stone. And with a late age up like this, you can see Beastie aging up just before 6 minutes. Probably not the best option for him to do that. Now, obviously, there's a lot of different factors, because he's already got 1 ticket, and by the time he marches out here, by the time he kills the boar, he can gather the boar a little bit. He can double by stone, and he'll be fine. And when he kills these boars as well, he's actually going to get himself 200 gold, which is now enough for him to buy the stone for the town center. So this could be big, but it looks like it's just going to be a golden gate on the first spot. Second spot over towards the north is, or rather, did I say golden gate? It's just going to be double hunting cabin. So no second town center out for him at this point in time. But we'll head back towards the main base for Dom, because he's bringing out the Regnits. Now, you guys know the Holy Roman Empire has received a whole bunch of buffs in the most recent patch, and one of those, of course, is to the Regnitz Cathedral. Now, some people call it a buff, some people call it a nerf. You know what? I think the best way to say it is probably just that it got a little bit of a redesign. So it now acts as a fully fledged, a fully upgraded monastery. So that means that it can hold 3 relics. That's correct, because all monasteries got changed from 5 to 3 relics that they can hold. In addition to that, it instead of applying its buff to only the relics that are inside the Regnitz Cathedral, what it does is it applies the buff to all relics on the map, which frees up those relics. And it means that if you've got, you know, a keep or an outpost somewhere on the map that you want to have a relic in, well, you can do that, and you can still get your 200% gold bonus. Well, actually, it's a 100% gold bonus, isn't it? Because you're getting double the gold, an extra 100 gold. And by the same token, I mean, if you've got 5 relics, then that guarantees you 1,000 gold a minute compared to what it used to be, which was only 900 gold a minute. So a buff in that regard. And of course, able to hold the relics, and of course get all the upgrades for it. But it looks like Don going to be dropping down those, dropping down the stables now. We'll check in with Beastie and see how he's doing, because this is an interesting play. The fact that he's gone for a very heavy, aggressive middle play out here, and we can see what happened here. Where did the relic go? Oh, Don sniped it, of course. He's got the prelate out. I'm over here thinking that he's going to have the warrior monks. He doesn't even, of course, the warrior monks are on the side of Beastie. So first relic going to be coming in. Second relic already in on that Regnitz Cathedral. So remember, that's going to be 200 gold a minute in that bad boy. 200 gold a minute on that bad boy. So it is not going to be that full 300 gold a minute that the Holy Roman Empire used to enjoy. But obviously, once you get up to 3 relics, then that's going to... I mean, you don't get parity until you're at 4, if I do my math here. Yeah, at 4 relics, you're at parity. So you'd have to have a relic advantage, a pretty significant one, to reach parity of before. But I guess the key difference here is that there's a little bit more utility in those relics now. Beastie, going to be looking to age up. We see he's got plenty of resources for it. It's going to be the Abbey of the Trinity. Interesting that he goes for the Abbey of Trinity here. I guess the fact is that he has walled in a pretty good amount of these relics. The first one, the second one, and the third one down here, which isn't actually walled in. So a bit of a yikes down there, but we'll have to see how Don plays it, because he's already got that knight out, looking to apply pressure. Double barracks coming down for Beastie here as well. Interestingly, not going into horse archers. This is something that we do typically see Holy Roman, or rather Rus players do, especially in this matchup. But I've got a feeling that the tide is swiftly changing. Let's just put it that way, against the horse archer. It doesn't seem as strong as it used to be. But now that Prelate going to be coming out, moving across the map. Now Don knows where those other relics are. Arrow slits coming through for Beastie. Now is Don heading down towards this position? He might be. He could be heading down towards that position. The other relic is out over here, inside these walls. So Beastie definitely going to be holding on to that. But now Don moving out. Knights coming in, looking to siege down this position. You can see that the wooden fortress just focusing down the Prelate there. Very smart moves there from him. And I'm curious to see whether Don is going to be going into Benediction. So Benediction, if you're not familiar, actually, it's not Benediction, it's Inspired Warriors. That was the one I was thinking about, because this is, or has the potential to be, really, really strong. So Prelates can inspire military units, improving their armor by +1 and their damage by 15%. But not only that, in addition to that, it is also going to enable them, so one of the recent changes is that they can now heal as well as inspire at the same time. But look at that Prelate coming out. Don, I don't know, he's just throwing away Prelates at this point. Second Prelate going to be going down. Does he think he's role-playing as the Deli right now? Moves out, looking to get the heals off. So the other big factor for the Prelate was that in the last patch, or the last version of the game, the Prelate wasn't able to actually heal at the same rate as the Deli Scholar or, you know, any other monk unit or religious unit. It just wasn't able to do it in the first and the second age. But in the third age, I think it did reach parity. But they've fixed it up now. Obviously, they've fixed it up. They've said, hey, well, there was a bug. We fixed it. But now we begin to see Beastie moving out with the Warrior Monk, looking to go and take out these relics in the middle of the map. Don obviously knows he's in a tough spot, but look at the Prelate numbers coming out from him. This is part of the reason why this new Regnitz Cathedral is considered by many to be buffed up, because now you can actually just make, you know, you got excess gold from your relics. Well, you just make some Prelates, and these guys are cheap. They're 100 gold. You know, compare that to 150 gold for every other civilization, or in the case of the Rus, you're talking what is it? 100 food and 200 gold or something stupid like that. Oh, never mind. Yeah, so 40 food and 200 gold. But now those knights coming out in force. Beastie going to be under attack on this northern front. He's got plenty of spears back here, but they're yet to receive that veteran upgrade. You can see a couple charges coming out there. He's going to have to fall back away from that position. Wallalol going to be coming off. Wise decision to fall back away from that, but that is potentially going to be unlocking a relic, but Don not going to be taking it. He falls back away from this position. More spears moving forward. Still yet to see that veterancy upgrade. You can see Beastie struggling at the moment with that gold income. Yet to receive his next... There we go. His relics in just yet, but a bit of a raid up towards the north. Beastie losing a lot of villages. A rare mistake coming out from him. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead villagers there. Don Artie just sweeping in and taking out a huge amount of villagers. We'll ride back on board with Don. He's beginning to add in some farms, doing the classic Holy Roman Empire farm strategy. That's right. So for anybody who doesn't know what the heck is going on with Don's farms, well, guess what? The Archon Chapel now acts as a drop-off point, so all these farms that are around it, they are going to be dropping off directly. So we take a look at this one right here, boom, directly to the Archon Chapel. It's like a giant town center. Well, it's like a town center, except it doesn't make villages. That's the best way to think of it. You can drop off every resource there. So super cool change to it, but it has kind of made it a little bit crazy strong. Beastie now pushing forward, only moving up with Hardened Spearmen, so failing to get the veteran upgrade just yet, despite having 19 Spearmen, and despite being in the Castle H. So Beastie going to be falling back away from this. I don't really like this position. Honestly, this is my greatest fear, is to fight without my upgrades. And Beastie going to be living that fear right now. You know, is this potentially a huge mistake that he's making? It could be the case. 3 relics going to be picked up for him. He's got that third one. Town center going to be coming down as well, so going to be focusing on that economy. I think at this point, Beastie might be a little bit scared of a potential Imperial Age from the Don. But the big thing to remember is that if ever a fight breaks out and Beastie hasn't upgraded his spears, he's going to be in the dumps. Like, quite literally. It's going to absolutely suck for him. Lance Connect now coming out from Don. Trebuchet as well. He is looking to transition heavily. We see a second barracks going to begin coming out. Beautiful little base that he's beginning to build. And now moving down towards this south side, we hear those sacred sites being captured. First one over in the middle of the map on that north side does get captured. There's a second one close by as well, which he is looking to go for. Third, I take it back. Oh my lord. Third one over here. Already captured. So there's one remaining. Sacred side victory is going to be potentially on the cards here as Beastie begins to face the push of Don Artie, yet to know about it. Absolutely no idea, just chilling out at the moment with John Cena. Still yet to see anything. Veterancy now finally coming in, 56 seconds, but I hate to say it. I feel like it's too late. I'm scared because of that Trebuchet. You guys know that Trebuchet is out with that new arc that it's got. Oh my lord, isn't it beautiful? And look at Don straight away turning his attention towards it. And as a result, this is going to force Beastie to fight. Oh my god, the trebuchet is actually firing on the back one. And remember, he's not playing the deli. If this barracks goes down and the Treb's firing at it, this is going to mean that we do not have veteran spearmen. And it's going to cancel it as well. He needs to be repairing this. He needs to get villagers over here to repair this. Right now, if this barracks goes down, he doesn't get veteran spearmen. Now, obviously, the Lance Necks in here, or Lance Connect, sorry, are going to be more than enough to hold this position against the spears. You need some sort of range unit to try and take this out. You can see he's got men-at-arms in the mix. A single crossbowman at the moment. Archery ranges are coming down. He's got 4 of them. It's going to be a whole bunch of crossbows that he elects to go for, which is going to be working absolute wonders against those Lance Connects. Obviously, they're not getting any bonuses, but at the same time, they still do a fair bit of damage, so I definitely do think it's worth it. But now, Don, going to be looking a little bit like, who does he look like? I'm trying to remember the name from Age of Empires 3. He would just drag box his entire army across the map. A little bit of a spearman raid up here. Beastie being very cute, trying to distract. But unfortunately, those spearmen didn't get the upgrade. So Beastie in a dire position now. Going to be looking to hold on against this new Holy Roman Empire. He's only got 2 of the Regnitz Cathedral relics. But the fact is that he's got those prelates forward. You can see right now he's got 4 with this. So Don Artie might be looking at roleplay as the deli. Is this the new way to play as the Holy Roman Empire? The fact that you get all of these prelates out. Now, obviously, he's not inspiring his units just at the moment, but this could really be massive for him now. We're going to enter into a little bit of a cinematic mode, maybe get a bit of a surround sound going on. You hear the trebuchet firing off over towards the west or the left of your screen, and continuing to fight underneath the town center. He's going to be so careful if these Lance Connects make any hits, any connections, things are going to get absolutely tough, and continuing to kite backwards. The crossbowman numbers are starting to build up. He's got about 7 of them in the backside, but still their numbers here are so absolutely massive right now for Don. He is looking to ram it down on the ranch, and he is looking to take this one home, and with a beautiful Holy Roman Empire push, he has done an amazing job. That trebuchet on the backside. Lance Connects will continue roaming in, and Beastie might be in trouble now. He lost a lot of villagers in the early game, and as a result, his economy's fallen behind. He's got the second town center up. He's gathering up the stone, and you can only think a castle or a keep is going to be able to save him at this point, but even then, Don's already got the answers in the Springald. And Beastie Cutie's going to tap out. Don Artie going to be victorious. Well, fellas, I'm starting to wonder. That new Holy Roman Empire Regnitz Cathedral, it's looking pretty good. Do you think it's a buff? Do you think it's a nerf? I don't know how you feel about it, but I tell you what, I'm loving it. I think it's beautiful. Keep it going, Don Artie.